but the witness can explain who was covered. There's a trailing email.
That is correct.
Mr. Raphesu, can you explain that what happened when you were looking at the emails that were sent?
That is correct, Chair. When I was looking at the emails, there is a trail that shows that this email was sent already to Advocate Johnson.
By Mr. O'Sullivan.
But by Mr. O'Sullivan, yes.
Date?
At first I thought it's 5 December, but it should be 5th of January.
But you say that email trail is somewhere, so it can be provided.
No, on the laptop it shows, it's there.
During lunch?
Yes, Ms. Nube is just trying to see if we can project it quickly, but it does copy the ID and General Sibia on the 5th of January 2025. But we will
That is correct.
ensure that copies are provided.
When Ms. Johnson said to us, as she testified, that she has never had any dealings with Mr. O'Sullivan relating to this matter, these matters, the Mukwele matter in particular, I think that's what she was asked. According to those emails, that would not be correct because she would have received an email from him.
That I can confirm that there is an email directed to her on the 5th, if I stand to be corrected.
Okay.
That one I can confirm.
Thank you.
Thank you. That should deal with your consultation with Mr. O'Sullivan. Did he?
Ms. Bowe, maybe for the record, you referred to MRR.
It's MRR5.
Yeah, you referred to a directive from the minister, but the record doesn't know what you're talking about. Maybe for the record, you should say what is attached there.
Attached to the email, perhaps the annexure MRR13 is the directive of the minister relating to Crime Intelligence Ports of Entry and Political Killings Task Team, dated 31 December 2024.
It's what we have has been referred to in this commission as the disbandment letter, PKTT
Correctly.
disbandment letter. Thank
Precisely.
you. And you say you got this from Mr. O'Sullivan.
That is correct, Chair.
Did he say where he got it from?
No, it didn't say, Chair.
Thank you.
Chair, I'm advised that the attorneys do have that. I'm just going to ask them to hand that up so that you can have it quickly. It's relevant also for a different set of individuals. Yes, we're going to flight. That's not our laptop. Do we have a screen? Oh, my apologies. I was confused. I didn't know we had the screen in front of the witness, so I was pleasantly surprised. In the screen in front of you, we have projected the email concerned, and you'll see it's Monday on the 13th is where you have an attachment.
That is correct.
And that would have been the disbandment letter. And then if you scroll down, you will see the trailing email. And there it's dated the 5th of January 2025. And it's addressed to, for the record, for the public purposes, we've redacted the recipient, but that is Ms. Mukwele. And then copied in that is General Sibia and Minister Mkhunu is also copied. My apologies. Don't look at the redacted version. If you look at the version on the hard copy, you'll see that there is also I can't pronounce that surname, but SMK at SAPS. So it's General Sibia, Advocate Johnson, this individual, and Minister Mkhunu, who are all copied. And in it, I've been made to understand that this email in particular was dealt with at the time Mr. O'Sullivan was before the commission. And this was his email to Ms. Mkwelo indicating a couple of questions that he had, demanding a response from her by a particular date.
And the response is to render, I'm looking at the next page, maybe we have that. So the response is where he says within 14 days, and he wants her to do all of those things, 1, 2, 3. Is that the
Yes,
response you
yes.
wanted from her?
And Mr. Raphesu, you confirmed that this was one of the things that Mr. O'Sullivan was bringing to your attention.
I confirm, Chair.
Thank you. Now, you say that after the meeting, you gave feedback to the team. Does this include the documents that were provided, including this email?
Correct, Chair, Commissioners.
Thank you. Now, the last topic that you deal with in your statement relates to the disciplinary proceedings against you. Oh, my apologies. Correctly done, this is actually follows on to the first page of the cover page in MRR 13. So if you look at the bottom of the page, it'll say page 2, and this one that you just got will say page 3. So we'll just have to insert it properly into everybody's files. Then we can move to the disciplinary proceedings against you. Can you summarize what happened in this regard?
Commissioners, around that time, it was a time when I was questioning or refusing to work on this matter, and the chief was not happy that I was also indicating that they cannot do any of the investigation without informing me. So he took issue with that. So on the 10th of February, I was called to the head's office, Advocate Johnson. So on arrival, I was presented with the correspondence, or let me just call it a letter, that was addressed to me, indicating that disciplinary action has been instituted against me, and that I have 7 days to respond to the said letter. I was instructed to hand over everything that was in my possession, meaning I have to hand over all the dockets, documents, everything that was in my possession. I did do so. I handed everything. Then I left the building.
All right. On that paragraph, the letter that was sent to you is MRR 6, which is at page 43. And just in sum, what were you being accused of? And in relation to what matter?
I was being accused of leaking information. So I was informed that I phoned, at that time I was not provided with the name of the person that I was alleged to have phoned, but it was indicated that I phoned a person of interest. The person of interest will be a suspect, and informed him about information that is investigated by IDEC. And I informed this person that there was an ongoing investigation against him, and I gave him the name of the investigator who was investigating him.
And this was in relation to which matter?
I can't say in relation to a matter because it was just allegations put like that. But later on, I became aware that this person that is alleged that I phoned, it was Mr. Cedric Nkabinde.
So in essence, the ID was telling you that she received a call from Mr. Nkabinde claiming that you had informed him of an investigation against him.
That is correct.
And then after this letter that you received, what then happened? You wrote back?
I then responded to the allegations indicating, can I be, oh yes. I then responded to the allegation indicating and denying that I leaked information to Mr. Nkabinde, and I also put a version of what had actually transpired prior to this incident happening. Just to cut it short, on my response, I indicated that the person who actually phoned Nkabinde, it was Mr. Perumal, Chief Perumal. And he instructed or maybe spoke to Nkabinde to phone the ID and make those allegations. So in my reply, basically, I'm putting it to her that she should not be looking at me. She should be looking at the people she's working with, which is Mr. Perumal and Mr. Padiachi.
Okay.
So at the same time, I was also offering myself to say I'm willing to go through a polygraphy test to prove that I didn't make that call.
And you were also volunteering your cell data?
I also volunteered my cell phone data. I also volunteered and gave permission that they can check my phone if they want.
And just so that we cover this basis, assuming that there was some investigation into Mr. Nkabinde, Advocate Johnson accused you of sharing information about an investigation with the suspect or a person of interest in that investigation.
That is correct.
Thank you. And now you then get another letter. This one is dated the 26th. And that is MRR 8.
Whilst you are finding it, what was Mr. Nkabinde being investigated for, do you know?
I didn't even know what was the investigation about.
Oh, all right. Maybe you've said this already, but let me just ask anyway. And this is Minister Mkunu's Chief of Staff.
This is Minister Mkunu's Chief of Staff, Chair.
Chair, two witnesses will deal with this aspect, Ms. Ramsamy and Mr. Sisoko, in detail, the investigation part.
Thank you.
Just ask a slightly different question. You deposed to that one affidavit about the handling of the dockets, and you said it's because of what was said in Parliament, in the ad hoc committee. Did you follow all of Ms. Johnson's evidence? And I'm asking because I seem to recall, and I'm trying to find it here, on this Nkabinde matter.
That is correct.
Did you follow that part of it?
I did, Chair and
Okay.
Commissioner.
And it came up in the context of a rogue that General Mkwanazi had said there are
That is-
rogues. Do you remember that?
I
context?
remember, Commissioner.
Can you just remind me what she said about the Nkabinde complaint, or complaint, in fact, I think, to IDEC?
Chair and Commissioner, if I remember well, she said that Nkabinde had called her and made false allegations against one of investigators. So I can't remember if there was a follow-up or what actually happened after that, but I remember those words.
My recollection, and correct me if I'm wrong, is she testified that when they followed up, there was no response from him, and that matter went nowhere. In fact, they found that the allegations were false.
That is correct.
Is that how you remember it? Okay.
That is correct.
Thank you. Thank you, Ms. Boy.
Thank you. Then you get a further letter on the 26th,
That is correct.
and that letter is attached as MRR 8 at page 50.
That is correct.
My apologies, I just missed that an affidavit that you did, which is MRR 9.
On mine, same 52.
Yes. And there, in that affidavit, you again explained your position.
In the affidavit, I'm explaining my position, and I'm also indicating that there were further charges or further accusations that were made. And I'm also denying those further allegations.
Do you recall what the essence of those further allegations were?
I think they will be contained in the letter that I received before. I don't know if it's attached. No. The meeting was in person.
Okay.
So it could be that,
Is it where you say you attended a meeting on the 2nd of April 2025?
that is correct.
And that is at paragraph 3 on page 52.
52. That is correct.
And what was the essence of those new allegations or additional allegations?
In fact, they were just trying to substantiate and to put more information that will try to indicate that it was indeed me who phoned. And they were trying to supplement it further to qualify that I'm actually the person who contacted Mr. Nkabinde.
Okay, and in that paragraph, paragraph 3, you say there that you were informed also that Mr. Mbalo, who was the investigator of this issue, was
Yes.
appointed as an investigator on this matter. I was also informed that Mr. Mbalo tried in vain to obtain an affidavit from the person who called the ID, which I was informed that it was Mr. Cedric Nkabinde, who is currently working as the staff officer in the Minister of Police. So they told you that they were not even able to obtain a statement from Mr. Nkabinde.
Yes, there's one of the reasons why I requested that he provide an affidavit. I knew that he will not provide because this thing was just concocted. It was just fabricated to look like it's legit. So I requested that he put an affidavit so that he can put, I can't use.
You can say it in whatever way. We are multilingual. Yeah.
No, I wanted him to bind himself legally
Okay.
that he's saying that I did that so that he can have consequences. So, but he refused to write the affidavit. And also, I need to indicate that Mr. Mbalo, he's from East London with Mr. Perumal. So the fact that they put him as an IO on this matter, it then meant that obviously Chief Perumal will be guiding the investigation. So it then means that Mr. Perumal will be a referee and a player in this process. So why I'm saying that is he's actually a complainant because he's the one that said Nkabinde must phone. He's also a witness because when the phone was made, he was with the head of the office, Andrea Johnson. He's also a suspect because he's the one that orchestrated this thing. Also, he's now the IO again of the same matter.
Okay.
Besides coming from the same town or city, were they close?
They were very
not
close.
I'm asking because I'm not close to everybody who comes from my hometown.
Actually, just to give context, Mr. Mbalo was a TRT member. He was one of the guards of Chief Perumal. So eventually, he became the investigator. He's now working under Chief Perumal. So you can see from there that they are very close.
No, that answers me. Thank you.
Do you know when this investigation started into you, or when the call was made?
I did not even know the date, the time, or the duration of the call, because Nkabinde told them straight that actually when Mbalo indicated to me that he requested that information from Nkabinde, Mr. Nkabinde told them that he can't remember when the call was made. And it's recorded on my affidavit that this is what Mbalo said to me. So as things stands, I don't have the date of the call. I don't have the date in the form of hours, minutes, or seconds. I don't even know the duration of that call. It was never put to me that on this date I did this. I don't know when that call was made.
And are you aware when the ID launched an investigation into you?
I will presume that on that day that I was informed, on the day that I was informed that Mr. Mbalo is the IO, I presumed that that was the start.
Okay.
Ms. Pewa, if you look at page 43, if you hadn't, and you have from paragraph 7 there, and 8, 9, that's Ms. Johnson. Maybe you want to put it to the witness, it might refresh what discussion they had.
So now if you go to page 43 at paragraph 7,
Correct?
you'll see there in the letter, Advocate Johnson records that she started receiving the calls on the 29th. You see that?
That is correct.
And that it's only on the 30th when
Yes.
she got an opportunity to speak with that person.
That is correct, but also these dates relates to the dates when she received a call, allegedly received a call from Nkabinde. The actual call to Nkabinde, no one is talking about it, where he's alleging that he received a call from myself.
Okay. And then I want to point your attention to something else. If we can go into file 10. My apologies, Commissioner Khumalo. At page 245,
I'm there.
All right. You will see there is a screenshot